So this rasp leaves a very rough surface, but it takes away pretty quick. This rasp is still pretty quick, but it leaves a much finer surface that is much more ready for sanding or scraping. We're getting there, almost there. Come back to the other side here. Okay, I'm getting a lot closer here. With just those two rasps, we can get a pretty good finish on that curved area, but we still got some lines and things that we need to get out. So back to it. Okay, we're a lot closer now. Let's see. I don't know if I've got any. I've got some 80 grit right here. That would be awesome. Yeah. All right. Do some cleanup with some 80 grit. Alright, that's 80 grit. Still got a couple of marks in there. I'll work on that some more. Not an incredible amount more, but so this part of the guitar you're like, well, it's inside. Why am I doing that? It's inside, but you can still see it. And people will be looking at your work, thinking about this part, thinking about what the interior parts of your guitar look like, and trying to decide if it's good construction or not. So we make all the parts nice just for that reason. Yeah, it's pretty close. Might be able to make my wedges out of that. Alright. Now, I'm satisfied with that part. I'm going to take a smooth block and wrap my sandpaper around that, and I'm going to clean up these other two areas. I also need to clean up front face, so I'm going to clean up these areas. Round them off a little bit on the inside side. Okay, so I've cleaned up these two faces, this face, and this face. Now I'm going to put a little round over on the edge, both sides. Do that also with sandpaper. Alright, this interior part is now more or less ready, except for I need to take, here's my neck side, here's my heel side, top, back. On my top side, I need to take about 2 millimeters off of the top of this area, not this area. And it's got to come all the way across this part right here. The reason for that is I've got to leave room for the top to sit on that area and be level here, because the fretboard is going to come across right there. And if this sticks up, the fretboard's going to stick up too. And that's no bueno. So, the easiest way to do this is take your trusty marking thing and just mark off about 2 millimeters all the way around. And I'm referencing against the flat side with my finger to get me as level as I can. And that should do it. So I've got a line all the way around there now. Okay. And now I'll clamp it into a vise. I'm going to use these. because I have a little bit of taper here. Occasionally you drop things, it's okay. And I'm going to very carefully take my chisel and I'm going to chisel out that area as best I can, as level as I can. And I'll double check it with the square on the top to make sure that I'm level and even. And I'm just coming in from both sides. Just start from the middle here. Again, keep your fingers out of the way. If you're not comfortable chiseling all the way down to your line, you can come in with the sandpaper and the block and sand it. I suppose if you have a small enough plane, you could probably plane this off. Don't know. Go ahead and make a little mark there, so I have that for later. I come in from both sides and work towards the center. I find for me that's the easiest way for me to keep that reference point the same. Just go a little bit at a time. And you see me coming straight down on it right there. That's just making sure that this spot where the neck joins with the top line is going to be clean. So I'm not trying to go through the neck here, just trying to get that little extra little part cleaned up. Alright, this looks right. Said we're going to take our level. We could do this with the side of the chisel if we wanted to, but go diagonal. You don't want to see any light under there. I want it to be perfectly flat. A little bit more, but I'm so close that, like I said, we can do it this way. Wait. There we go. All good. Alright, so let me show you what I'm seeing. Alright. So I've taken it and I've chiseled off my portion and then sanded slightly, and then I made sure that as I do this, front to back and then diagonal and diagonal, I've got a flat surface. And when you hold it up this way, it shouldn't be an angle. This should be flat and flat, just a little lower. So that portion is ready. Now we're ready to work on the other side. So I'm going to let you go for right now so that I can clean up.